Hey there, Virgo. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you and yours. Welcome to your reading for April 25th. Thanks for showing up. If you're a new face, hi, how's it going? And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. Always glad to see you. We're looking at your past, your present, and your future in this reading. We're going to clarify all of these cards, and then we're going to tie everything off with an oracle card at the end of the reading. Well, actually, a couple of oracle cards at the end of the reading. Last little bit of advice. So hopefully that'll resonate with you. And if it does, best ways to let me know that it resonated is to leave a like or to leave a comment or both if you feel so inclined. And of course, if this does resonate, that's great. If it doesn't resonate or parts of it doesn't resonate with you, it's just not part of your message or just isn't your message. So don't worry about it. It's just is what it is, right? It's a fail to find this time, but hopefully in one of your other sign readings, you'll find something that does resonate and something that does click. So without further ado, let's get into this. We got the Queen of Swords to keep in mind for this week. Queen of Swords really tells us all about how you want to have clarity into things. You want to really look at stuff, with clarity, with the mind, a set of, seeing things for what they really are, being honest, not just with others, but with yourself too. All right. So as Journey tears apart the scene here, let's get into your past energy, your past row over here. We got the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Swords. This looks really nice. The Nine of Wands saying like maybe you've been dealing with a lot of stuff in the past. You're kind of done with it, fed up with it. You're putting a wall up. This is it. It's all over here. With the Knight of Cups as well, you're really focusing in on you, I feel like. Maybe you're putting your walls up to other people in your life. Maybe even like potential love coming in, because with that Knight of Cups can represent sort of Prince or Princess Charming here in your life. So the Knight of Wands could be saying you're putting your wall up to love at this time. You're just saying, you know what, I'm done with it. Especially we got the Page of Wands down here too, which is a card of communication, a card of reaching out to others. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're kind of maybe even hurt by a past relationship here, hurt by somebody in the past, and now it's kind of maybe affecting you currently when there are maybe good things coming in for you here. So let's take a look at this and see if we can get a little more detail on the situation here. What do we got for them, Journey? What do we got for Virgo this week? Oh, we got a pop out. That's what we got. We got the Eight of Swords. Yes, there's another card of building up walls and going so far as to blindfold yourself too, even. Like you're not looking at anything. You're not being receptive to anything at all. You're putting the walls up. They're not coming in. You don't want them to come in. Oh man, putting on a lot of restrictions. Maybe even you want to, accept these offers, but you're saying, no, not again. I'm not doing this again. And we got clarifying that Knight of Cups. King of Cups as well. Maybe you're in a relationship with someone who's a little bit older. Doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It's just energy. But maybe someone who's a little closed off emotionally, right? They are kind of, maybe the past, this person seemed very much like they didn't want to open up to you at all. Like, I feel like maybe you felt like they would feel deeper. Like they were a King of Cups. Like they were someone who felt and loved deeply. They didn't just necessarily show it all the time here. Yeah, like then that's tough too, especially for like there are a lot of men out there who are not open with their emotions, because it kind of gets like, from my own perspective, it kind of gets ingrained in us not to be like that, especially those who are older too, right? Like especially like like in the 80s and stuff, right? You got in the 80s and early 90s, you kind of got it ingrained into you to be like, you got to be a tough, strong guy, right? So you might have been dealing with someone who's kind of raised in that kind of an environment. Maybe that's who your ex was here, and now somebody who's coming in that is kind of emotionally open and is kind of trying to sweep you off your feet is kind of being troublesome here. We got the Page of Swords being clarified by the Ten of Wands. So yeah, this is a heavy burden, whatever this is, whatever you were dealing with. Oh, we got the Queen of Wands popping out too as well. So yeah, maybe this person was very it's almost as if like there's an intimacy problem here. Like, not just emotionally, but physically as well between the two of you. Like, I just feel like I feel like it was maybe this person you closed yourself off from this person because maybe they were more about the physical, not the emotional, and that's not what you wanted. Or maybe there was just a disconnect on both the emotional and physical level, right? Maybe they didn't want to hold your hand in public or something like that. Or maybe, they didn't want to do, romantic things and such. And again, they were kind of being emotionally closed off as well. And it's like maybe you're just tired of dealing with stuff like that here. In your things are looking up though here in your present energy here in this middle row, we got Judgment, Temperance, and the Three of Cups here. Judgment is a revival of something. It's something being brought back, and I feel like this is you. You're kind of being brought back into love here because we got the Three of Cups here, which is also a card of celebration, card of community, your family, your friends, reasons to celebrate, reasons to be happy here. And with Temperance here too, could be a Sagittarius coming into your life here. Or maybe you have Sagittarius in your chart, but Temperance is also just saying like, we're finding different ways. We're looking at things in different ways. We're trying different things, right? We're dipping our toes back into the water. So I feel like maybe that's for you. You're dipping your toes back into the dating game a little bit here and looking at things that way. It's like, you know what? I'm going to open myself up a little bit. And that's all it takes, really. Like, it's just dip your toes in, just see how things are. Don't, you don't got to like jump head first into the deep end again. You can just dip a toe in, just kind of see, well, maybe, like maybe ask around or maybe take a, make a profile on a dating app, but don't say like, oh, I'm looking for something right now. I'm just looking around, things like that, right? And I feel like this is starting to begin to kind of open you back up so that you can, find that person. So let's take a look here. Let's see what we got for you. For your clarifiers, we got the Sun, the happiest card in the deck, clarifying judgment. Like, you want to be happy with somebody. You want to be a happy person. You don't want to be closed off. You don't want to be shut in. You do want happiness, right? Deep down. Maybe right now you're kind of in a different mode, but like deep down, you do want to be happy and you do want to enjoy your life here. So let's take a look. Let's clarify Temperance here. The Magician, manifestation, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, manifest what you want here. Dipping that toe in, that's the first step. It's not like giant manifestation. It's not like this rod the magician's using to call down, but you're at least thinking about it, right? That's part of manifestation, is getting your thoughts out there, right? So I love that. And the Three of Cups here. Let's clarify that too. Let's see what we got here. You got the King of Swords. Look at that. I feel like this person, like there might be a divine counterpart out there for you because there is for sure. Everyone's got a divine counterpart out there for them. But with the King of Swords, I feel like yours might be closer than you think, right? Your King or Queen of Swords, they might be in your community. You might know this person already, I feel. That looks great. Like, I feel like they definitely, like this person that matches up with you so well, I feel like they're here. It's just a matter of opening up. Right? You may not realize it because you're so closed off, right? We got that Nine of Wands, that Eight of Swords. Like, you got those walls built up. Like, you're pretty closed off right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way for long. In your future here, we got the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Wands here. There's a lot of communication coming in for you and in a hurry with that Eight of Wands. Things are going to move along very quickly, for sure. With the Page, it's just saying this person you might be drawing in might be a fire sign. Again, we were kind of talking about that with Temperance. Temperance is Sagittarius' card. That's a fire sign, so it could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aries or a Leo as well. With the King of Swords too, it could be an air sign, so Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini here. But yeah, I feel like you're drawing in this person. They're going to be young. They're going to be energetic. Maybe that's just what you need. You don't need the grumpy, closed off King of Cups. You need someone who's a little more wants to have fun. Let's party. Let's whatever. Like, they're a little more game for the intimacy, a little more game for like having fun and stuff. A little more open that way, right? Which I like that a lot. That's nice. Nice change of pace. Go one way, now let's go the other, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like things are going to be changing and moving in your way in the future, but you got to start pushing it that way. And we were talking about that with Temperance, that little step into the water. That's a little bit of opening up, and that's the start, right? With the Wheel of Fortune, that's starting to spin it back the other way, but we got to put a little more in there. So you got to open up a little more here in the future, but you'll get to where you need to be, and you'll get to what you want to be here in the future, Virgo. All right, let's look at some clarifiers. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune here. What might you need to do to get there? You got Temperance again. Yeah, just need to dip that toe in. You need to just open up little by little. You don't need to, like I say, you don't need to jump in, right? And it's interesting too, you can see here, The difference between these two, I hope you can see, is this Temperance, the first one, in your present energy, he's kind of got his foot on the water, but not in it. Whereas this Temperance, the foot went in. We got toes and a little bit of your foot in the water. So I like that. That's saying like we're opening up a little more, just a little bit by a little bit, right? And the Lover's on the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Like, here you go. Love coming in for you. That looks beautiful, right? Just need to open up. It seems really far away, but you just need to open up. Eight of Wands again, clarifying the Page of Wands. Again, things are going to move along very quickly with this person, I feel, once you open up to them, once you find them. I don't think you're going to find them by just dipping a toe in. And certainly you're not going to open up to them. But I feel like once you do feel comfortable enough to open up to them fully, open up to those things you want in your life, it's going to move along very, very quickly. Oh, excuse me. And so let's clarify this other Eight of Wands. What do we got? The Two of Swords. Like, you got to take the blindfolds off. You got to move into new lands. You got to try new things, right? That's going to be the big key to get the ball really moving here, is you got to do something different, do something new. Maybe find a new type of person, right? Maybe stop dating the same old, people you're kind of attracted to. I know sometimes that feels like that's the only person I pull in, right? I've been there before, right? It sucks, but just getting your mind kind of rewired, thinking about like, this is the kind of person I want to see, and kind of putting that out in the world, maybe writing it down every day or every other day in like a journal or something like that, right? Or writing it down in your phone if you have a note app or something like that, just writing that kind of stuff down. And that way you are going to find the person you want here, Virgo. So let's look at your oracle cards to wrap this all up. What do we got here for our Virgos? Last little bit of parting advice for them. We have got the Porcupine Spinner. The Porcupine Spinner. Yes, the Porcupine Spirit. Time for a beginner mind. So yeah, just a beginner mindset, especially when it comes to love. It's like, it's new, you got to open up, you got to try things with other people. Again, you don't need to slam the gates open, right? You can just do it a little bit at a time when you're comfortable with it. All right, Virgo? Don't need you to do anything crazy here. Oh, and we got the Lion Spirit, and something's going on with you Earth signs. I think Capricorn also had the Lion Spirit, but it's saying be generous of spirit here. And that's great. Like, be generous. Like, be generous with others, right? Be generous, like, let them see the part of you, right? Let them see who you are. Be generous of spirit. Not saying be generous of material things. Be generous of your spirit, your soul, right? Your you. Let them see. Reach out. Like, Journey's reaching out to the deck now. You got to do that. You got to reach out. You got to, kind of communicate. You got to meet them halfway or something, just at least show them a little bit, that way they know that you do want them around and you do want them in your life. That way you let them know that, hey, I want you here. I want you in my life. I want you a part of this. I may not be, completely open. The door's just kind of heavy right now, but I'm trying, right? So hope that helped you out. Hope that resonated with you, Virgo. If you want to help out the channel, leaving a like down below, leaving a comment down below. Those are the two best ways to help out the channel. Also subscribing as well. That helps out a ton if you're not already subscribed to the channel. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising videos too after this one. And I will see you next time, Virgo.